What's up guys, Dan here, Coal Cracker Bushcraft, coming to you from the shop. Today we're going to be talking about the Haversack, good old Haversack. It was one of the first products that we had on our website when we launched our business, and that is for good reason, because it is like an essential, in my opinion, to every bushcraft kit. Now, if you never heard of a haversack, it was a very traditional piece of gear. In the 18th century, people would carry haversacks along with them, along with their bedroll and their other gear, primarily to carry their food. But since then, a lot has changed. We now carry primarily gear within our haversacks. I mean, but you can still throw food or beer or whatever you want in if you're going to use it for around camp also. We'll get to all of that here in a minute. But a haversack is a single strap bag that when you flip open the lid, it's just a flip open lid. There's one giant compartment here, okay, and then there's a small little compartment on the top flap of the bag itself, okay. The bag dimensions are 14 by 12, and then if you go right from the top of this to the top of the strap here is 20 inches. Now the strap, of course, is longer than 20 inches, but that is what this measurement is. Now that's gonna fit most people. I'm a big guy, it fits me, and my kid also uses one. It's just gonna ride a little bit different. It's either gonna be a little bit higher up towards your armpit or a little bit lower down towards your butt cheek. Now the haversacks are made of 8.25 ounce cotton oilcloth, okay? Oilcloth is a petroleum and wax-based mixture that's applied to 100% cotton, and that's what treats it to be water resistant. Now it's not waterproof, you can't soak it underwater, but trust me, if you have gear inside of here, even paper and stuff like that, and it rains, nothing gets through this stuff. It's the same material that our tarps are made of. It is super durable, super tough. Haversacks come in two different colors, brown and black, and then a lot of people say, well, what color does Dan have? Because it's like in the middle, and I think many people think it's brown to start, but guess what? It started out really nice and black like this, and then over time it has changed color. It is just super worn in and super beat up. Now there are a ton of different uses for a haversack, but primarily what I use it for is putting in my gear for when I'm going out on a scout. So I carry something like a T60, a water bottle, my fire starters, some rope, some pliers, maybe a backup knife, and I'm good to go. So I go out for the day with it just like that, and then I just leave it packed up. So anytime I'm gonna jump out of my truck and go somewhere, I grab my haversack. At least I have gear to make it through the night or even for 2 nights, and then I go on my way. So it's really nice in that situation. Now, what is also nice about this, and what I also use this for, is if I'm packing my large backpack and I'm going to be going out camping. I might empty this thing out, folds up really nice and tight, just like this, and then I stow it away inside my backpack. Now you might be wondering, well, why do I do that? Well, once I get into camp and I want to go out exploring, or I want to take a hike on a trail, I bust my haversack back out, and now I can carry this rather than my big backpack, and I still have my emergency gear with me, and while I'm out, if I find fatwood or I find birch bark, I can collect it. Now, little hot tip, I usually keep all my gear down here, and then up in this top flap, okay, is where I keep all the dirty stuff. So if I find any type of tinder material that might be a little bit of wet or damp or anything like that, or even birch bark or pine sap, something like that that's going to be a little bit messy, I use this top flap. So you can see right here I have a little bit of bird's nest material. I stick it up in there, give it a little pull so it doesn't open up, flip it back over. When you get into camp, you can empty that thing out. So it's a nice compartment there for that in the haversack itself. Some other options for the haversack. Number one, if it's empty, you can use it to sit on around camp because it is water resistant or waterproof. I know people go crazy about what's what, but listen, you're not going to get wet if you're sitting on top of it. You can also kneel on it. And then it's also nice that you can open it up like this during a rainstorm. Primarily this top section right here is going to be dry. So what you can do is you can flip this open under your shelter, make all your shavings for your campfire, nice dry spot. So lots of different options for this thing. So there you go, that is our haversack overview. We make those things in-house right here at the shop, start to finish. So if you're interested in one of these haversacks, I'm going to put the link in the description box below. Go give that a click. Also, I would appreciate it if you give a quick click on the like and subscribe button on this video so you get all the updates when we put out new gear videos and stuff like that. And then I think that's about it. So order your haversack, fill fill it up with all the gear, use it, love it, and that's about it. All right, so until next video, gear up and stay in the woods.